Mega Latios and Mega Latias are now live in Pokemon GO on the other side of the planet. Currently actually in New Zealand, but luckily for me, I've got friends in New Zealand, so let's do some raids. This raid was given to me by Bridget. I very much appreciate it. Now, Latias and Latios are Dragon and Psychic types, so as you can see, my team here is actually pretty good. We got a lot of Ghosts, we got a lot of Dark in there, but you can also use Ice types, other Dragon types for sure, Bug types. There's a lot of really useful things against these Pokemon, and honestly, this Gengar should definitely be Mega Evolved, but unfortunately, I already have a Mega and it didn't let me Mega again, so Gengar melted immediately, but we do have 17 people in here, so we will take it out. But I also brought a ton, and I mean a ton of Shadow Weaviles. Shadow Weavile is the #1 Dark type in the game, so definitely feel free to use that if you have them, but you could also use things like Darkrai. Darkrai is absolutely fantastic. Zarude works perfectly fine. Again, Mega Pokemon like Mega Houndour, also Mega Absol, very, very useful Pokemon. And if you really want to use Bug types, there's a few good ones out there. I mean, there's Genesect, I guess you could use that. I would suggest staying away from Bug types personally, but you could also use things like Shadow Mamoswine, you know, those are pretty useful as well. Good Ice-type Pokemon, Tyranitar with Bite and Crunch, especially the Shadow one. There's a lot of good things out there, but as you can see, we are absolutely melting this thing, so let's quickly beat it up. And the Latias should be down right now. Perfect, at 200 seconds, that's not bad. That's about a third of the time, maybe a little over, but not bad at all. Now, with Latios, you will beat it a lot faster because it's more of an attack-based Pokemon, but Latias, very defensive, so yeah, that's pretty exciting. Thank you again, Bridget, I really do appreciate it. Now, I want to know, how much Mega Energy do we get? Oh, we got 200 for that. Oh my god, that's amazing. Shiny? That'd be cool too, right? It's not though, but you know what? That's perfectly fine. 2445. I don't recall if that's good or not. I don't quite remember, but nonetheless, let's just catch this real quick, and then let's take a look and see how much Mega Energy we need in order to actually evolve these things. I'd imagine it's probably like 300 plus, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's a lot more. All right, we caught the Latias. Now let's see here. Only 300. Nice. Okay, so that's not that bad at all. Also, let's take a look at these IVs. Those are pretty bad, unfortunately, but it's really cool to see that you only have to do like 2 of these raids as long as you do it within a good amount of time, and you'll have your Mega right away. Now, obviously, maybe Mega Mewtwo and Mega, Rayquaza, stuff like that might be a lot more, but nonetheless, I'm happy that we were able to do our first ever Mega Legendary raid, which is freaking awesome. So let's do some more. And another Latios has been brought down. So far, no Latioses, but that's perfectly fine because this will give us enough Mega Energy to get our Mega Latios finally, so we can get that Dex entry. But first, I want to see what we get here. 2 Silver Pineaps, we get some Hyper Potions, we get Rare Candies as well, we get some Revives, we get some Stardust. I was hoping there would be a little bit more to that, but also, did you see that we got 1,300 XP from that? That's actually really cool. And also, apparently, I got the Final Strike. That's neat. Now, let's see. This one's shiny, and hopefully with a better IV. Come on, yellow and green. That's not it. Okay, and it is a 1986. I think it's like 2006 is the hundo, so this isn't that great. We've only done 2 raids now, and we have enough Mega Energy to Mega Evolve a Latias. Now, as you can see, I don't have any good Latiases. Every single one of these is pretty bad. I mean, these are like 96s, but I don't have any 98s. I mean, that one's okay, but you know what? I want to get a shiny Dex entry, so let's do that. We've got this lucky one that I got from Ivan in a trade. Let's just do it, right? Let's Mega Evolve it, see what happens. I know it turns green, and I think it looks really good, but this will be the first time I've actually ever had one. I never had one in the main series games either, so I'm excited. So there it is. Shiny Latias is turning into a green jet fighter. That's actually a lot better looking than I thought it would be. And there it is, registered to the Dex as a shiny Latias. Also, the eyes are different. Normally, Mega Latias has a, yellowish eye, but now it's like a bluish color. I actually really like that. That's really neat. And I really like the design of these things because they kind of look like airplane/jet fighters. And in the main series games, you do use this to fly around the Hoenn region during the Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby games, so it's just kind of fun to see it in Pogo, though. Like, this is such a weird design, but I love it. And here is our first ever Mega Latios raid. We had 7 people and we were able to take it down, but luckily Latios has a very high attack and not such a great defense. If this was Latias, we might actually not have been able to do it, so thankfully it was Latios. Plus, Latios is really good. We'll dive into it in a little bit, but Latios is a very, very good Mega Pokemon. But first, let's see if we get ourselves a greenish one, because it's a really cool one, and not shiny, unfortunately. What did we get for IVs? 2148. I don't remember, but I don't believe that's really good. And we caught it! Alright, well hopefully this one's good. Let's see what a 2148 looks like. It is a... well, 15, 12, 12. That's something. All right, we just took down a second Latios with like 49 seconds. I mean, that was good for 5 people, but we'll see what the energy looks like. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to Mega Evolve with this one, but maybe we'll get lucky, who knows. Let's just get through these rewards and let's see, how much Mega Energy do we get? 150, oh man. Wait, no, I think that's enough actually. Yeah, no, I think we have 175. Yeah, no, we have more than enough. But first, shiny. No. Okay, whatever. And what are you? 2160. That's slightly better. Now let's Mega Evolve a shiny Latios. This one is actually a 98%. This is the best one I have. And I'm really happy that I got this because Latios, again, is amazing. But first, let's see that beautiful green, shall we? Oh, man. I'm so glad it only takes like 2 raids for you to be able to do this. Stacking up on energy during this time is going to be no problem at all, but there it is. It looks exactly the same as Latias, except for that the eyes are different, just like the other forms. But there it is, registered to the dex, which is super awesome. Its eyes stay red for the most part. Maybe it's more of an orangish color, but nonetheless, pretty cool. And this one is a 4852. I'm sure it would be just slightly higher if it was a Shundo, but nonetheless, I'm just happy to have it. You know, I might Elite Charge TM these to give them Luster Purge and Mist Ball, but honestly, those moves kinda are awful, so probably not gonna do that. Now, it's pretty cool that we have both Mega Latias and Mega Latios in Pokemon GO now, but there's only really one you should be focusing on, and here's why. So I'm currently on the Game Press Pokemon GO comprehensive spreadsheet for DPS specifically, and this is a fantastic website for starters. If you want to access this website, I have a link in the description box below. I highly suggest you use it. It is very useful for finding out what future Pokemon are going to be good in this game in terms of DPS and stuff like that. It's a fantastic website. And as you can see, I've put in the words dragon and @StarDragon, which means we're only going to see dragon type Pokemon and only with dragon type moves. That's what this indicates. So let's dive into the dragons. First off, we have Mega Rayquaza. It's the best of the best. Of course, it's literally the king of dragons, the Shenron of Pokemon GO. This deserves to be here. And then we have Shadow Salamence, which is really cool because I actually have a 100% of this, so I'm really glad that this is literally going to be pretty much future-proof, which is great. We have Mega Garchomp, which makes sense. It's a good Pokemon for sure. Shadow Dragonite, which is a great one. And then we have Black Kyurem, Mega Salamence, and then if we go to page 2 real quick, as you can see, there is Mega Latios. So if we don't include Shadows, it is the 5th best dragon in the game, period. But if we do, it's the 7th. But that's still really, really good. All it needs is Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw, so no legacy moves at all. It's going to be boosting other dragons in the arena with it. And if you do run these Shadow Pokemon, they're getting the boost on top of their Shadow boost already. It's just really worth going for. Latias is much tankier, but it doesn't do the DPS that this Latios does. So this is why I highly suggest you go for it, because at this moment, this is the best dragon that isn't a Shadow, and I don't know when we're gonna get Mega Salamence or Garchomp or Kyurem Black or Mega Rayquaza for sure. That thing's gonna show up probably a year or 2 down the line. Like, for right now, Mega Latios definitely going to be probably the best thing to use for a little while, but who knows? Mega Salamence might show up somewhat soon, maybe for the Hoenn Tour or something like that. Mega Garchomp feels like something we're going to get near the end because, I mean, Garchomp is one of the most favorited Pokemon in Pokemon GO. Obviously, its Mega coming out would be saved for something kind of big. Kyurem Black, maybe when we start getting a more Unova-themed, season or something like that. And Mega Rayquaza, again, I don't see that coming for another year or 2. Like, that is the Mega Pokemon. Besides Mega Mewtwo, like, those 2 are kind of like the top ones, and Mega Lucario, of course. But yeah, Mega Latios is really, really good, and I would really suggest rating this one over Latias, because again, Latias is more tanky. We can't even really use its Mega in PvP or anything like that, so it just, at the moment, seems like a waste of a pass comparatively to Mega Latios. But in the end of the day, it's up to you. If you love Latias and it's your favorite Pokemon, rate it like crazy, and hopefully you get a Shundo. I really hope you get a Shundo. But for me personally, we're sticking with Latios. And now that we've gone over all of that, this is going to be the end of the video. If you've enjoyed it, please smash the like button for me, show me some love, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you know when I upload, and also comment down below. Have you done many Mega Latios and Latias raids? Please let me know. Links for Patreon and merch are in the description box below, but with that being said, this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one.